Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to SevTech Ages. In the last episode, we made the Beneath portal and came here to the Beneath. We found some black quartz down below and I have been digging for quite a while. In fact, I've encountered some friends in the walls. Somewhere around here, I thought. Let's see. I don't remember where they were. I found some silverfish, is what I'm saying. But yeah, so I've been searching in here for quite a bit. Right here, some, which are actually really useful, by the way. Spawn them in and kill them with the sentient sword, and you end up getting a lot of demonic will. So, really good thing. But I have been in here for a little bit, searching for Aquamarine, and well, I finally found some right here. So I didn't want to pick it up until I brought you guys back in. For the record, it is supposed to be found at Y150 and above, which this is actually right above it. So I don't think it's that hard to find. You just have to get all the way up here. And it took a little bit of digging. But let's go ahead and mine some. And we have the search for Aquamarine. So that was kind of a big thing. Now the next thing we need to do is start to get into Astral Sorcery. So let's go ahead and pick up all of this stuff and we'll see what all we can do today. Now I had said, so I had said last time that I was pretty sure that this area hurt you if you went into the darkness, and well, turns out I was right. I tested it out, and it does in fact hurt you just slightly if you go into the darkness. There is a lot more. Can I see any more Aquamarine? Not really. We'll come back here if we need to. Seeing this cave is actually really nice. Just because it's gonna... Yeah, there's some more right there. So you know what? We're gonna dig over there. So, yeah, this, oh, how do I want to say it? This whole area, this Beneath, does hurt you if you go into the darkness, much like the Deep Dark, of X Utilities. I think this mod is inspired by that, or something. I honestly don't know for sure, but... all in all, it's not too bad to deal with. So let's switch back. Actually, can we... I don't really want to test it. I want all the Aquamarine I can get because we're going to need a good bit of it. So let's just grab this. And be on our merry way. So I'm sure there's plenty of this Aquamarine in here. It's just a matter of getting up here and finding it. But we'll come back later once we have the Sigil of the Blood Lamp, which with all of this demonic will, we should be able to get today. So the plan for today is to try to continue on, get more stuff and whatnot, and hit our head a lot. Can I just walk backwards and go faster? It's not faster, but it's at least not as annoying. So something else I did between episodes. One, I did encounter a little bit of a cave, so I lit this area up, and we're really far up. And then the other thing I did was I went ahead and secured our little walkway very, very nicely with all the stone we gathered. I've got a couple stacks of cobblestone now, so that is kind of the bright side. But yeah, so nice protected. We can't go anywhere. Nothing can spawn or anything like that. We just sort of have to worry about things dropping on us, but not really. I don't think most mobs would jump off of there, so I don't think there's a problem. Anyways, let's head back home, and hopefully it's day. I don't actually know. We kind of need to make some more bread, by the way. Might do a little bit of that on camera. Drop the unfamiliar item. What was the unfamiliar item? My shield. Hold up. Why did I drop my shield? My shield is not an unfamiliar item. That was odd. Yes, beneath. Let's put that in our inventory and go back. So, yeah, we are going to be getting into Astral Sorcery. That's kind of the next progression. And honestly, it's not terrible. It's something I've been really excited to get into because, well, Astral Sorcery is really cool. It makes really cool looking stuff, and all in all, it's just, I don't know, it looks amazing. Let's put this stuff in here for right now. White candle. Okay, so if we want the Sigil of the Blood Lamp, we're going to need reinforced slate, which do we have? We do. We need this Blood Lamp reagent, which requires a lesser Tartaric gem. So we need a petty... we have everything in there except for enough will, I think. So if we drop this on the ground, it should get picked up and immediately placed into our gem. Why is this one not working? So Shadow Gem Shard, Fermented Spider Eye. Let's look at the what is it called? Lesser Tartaric Gem. Bronze, Fermented Spider Eye, Shadow Gem Shard, and then a petty Tartaric Gem. So we have everything. Let's try. I actually don't know. Can you combine these? No. Can we throw those in there? No, that doesn't work. Let's just gather up more. Why not? What are we up to? 5? Is that enough? It's kind of weird. I'm not entirely sure why it's not working. That bothers me. So you know what? We'll wait on that. So let's grab this guy. All that stuff can sit in there. It's fine. Let's deal with the black quartz. So we need to grindstone it or millstone it. Doesn't actually matter. So let's go ahead and we'll grindstone this stuff just because the millstone takes a lot of hunger and I'm kind of running out of food right now. Actually, let's give it to the horses. And sleep as well. So, what the black quartz is going to let us do is get into Better with Mods a little bit more. And specifically, it's going to let us get into stuff like, rather than using manual power, we can use water power. Or, I think potentially even wind. Not sure about that one, to be honest. But that is something else we might look into. Let's make some bread, just because we need more food. So fluid bladder, transfer some water. We just need some salt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we just need 3. No, we need 5. Why did you make an Enderman sound? There are no Endermen around. I don't think we've unlocked Enderman into this age yet. So 1, 3, 1, and stir. Alright, so do we have any black quartz powder? We do. Now this stuff can be smelted up to make black quartz. And that is another achievement, which will get us access to, like I said, the automatic power of Better with Mods. So that's something that is something we're not going to worry too much about for right now, just because it's not particularly important at this time, but it is something we're going to want to get into. So Let's go ahead and complete that just so we can have par for the quartz. Alright, cool. So we need mechanical power needs to be routed using an axle. You can connect them directly to water wheels and windmills or gearboxes. No more than 3 axles between each gearbox or source. That is kind of the trickiness with gearboxes, and with mods. It took me a while to kind of get used to. Basically, you can only have 3 axles between. You need to have gear boxes if you have any more than that. So it's kind of weird, but also I get it. So let's go ahead and make some more bread. Apologies, I meant to do this, but I found the Aquamarine and didn't want to go back and forth between the Beneath and the Overworld. So, what's the other quest? We need to do Parchment. Requires bark from mulberry trees, which will spawn out in the world. Which, luckily, once this lag spike dies, hopefully by this time next week, I will have more RAM. Hopefully, I don't know when I'm going to get to go, but soonish, I'm hoping that the series will improve a little bit. I'll be able to make the render distance farther and all that kind of fun stuff once I get some more memory for my computer. But we need parchment. And parchment is used for Astral Sorcery a lot. So we need washi, which is mulberry sheets, which is mulberry pulp, it's a really long process. But luckily, we have some mulberry trees. We found some a while ago, and I kind of knew ahead of time that we were going to need it. So we can start working on that. So there's the quartz. Let's go ahead and put that in there. So I know we took the saplings. Did we ever grab any mulberry wood? I honestly don't remember. So maybe we're not that prepared. But I mean, we can grow a tree pretty quickly. Is this a mulberry? No, this is not mulberry. This is olive. So just come over here, place that down, and we will get that to grow here soon. And then that way we can, well, hopefully, make the parchment that we need and go from there. So it's a relatively long process to make parchment, but all in all, it didn't look too bad. So let's get to work with that after we put the dough on the grill and make a bunch of bread. Do we have any meat? It'd be nice if we had some meat to cook up as well, but I don't think we do. Anyways, let's get some bone meal. What's the best way to get bone meal? Millstone gives you 6. Yeah, I think that's the best way. So let's get some bone meal. And what's our nutrition? Our nutrition is actually really good. That's wonderful, to be honest, because it's kind of hard to do, especially since protein is kind of the trickiness. But yeah, once we have actual power and not this manual stuff, better with mods can be a lot better. I don't know how much we're going to need to get into that immediately, but we will eventually. So let's go grow our mulberry tree, and then we will strip the bark. I think our inventory was full, which is why we didn't do any more. So how do we, let's see. Can't we strip the bark with this stuff? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've done this. So let's look at our achievements. In tier 1, there was something somewhere with bark. Let's see. I swear it said somewhere. I guess we can look at this. So we need washi, which is mulberry sheets and a press, which we have. Mulberry pulp, soak mulberry bark, and we can soak a lot of it fairly quickly. And the mulberry bark we can get with a saw. I swear there's another way we can do that. Is it only... Oh. Okay. I get it now. So we're going to have to make the saw. So we're not quite ready to get into that. We need the saw in order to get the bark. That's how it goes. So let's go ahead and cut down this tree. And hopefully get some more saplings. Looks like we are. I'm going to go ahead and plant these guys back down. Just because, why not? And we need to start looking at getting a saw. So saws are going to require more stuff. So let's see, that is probably an achievement. You, by the way, can go ahead and start cutting down wood. Let's see, we're gonna need the saw, and it wants us to make the water wheel, so let's start working towards that stuff. So the saw probably needs axles, copper gears, ooh, stone gear, wooden gears, well that's gonna be fun, cauldron, unfired clay bowl, okay. So we can do some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and get the unfired clay bowl because that looks useful. To get the cauldron. Get all of our bread. Can we cook the bread further? What can we do with the bread? We can... No, not really. Okay. So let's get... this guy, unfired clay bowl, and does that go in the kiln? Looks like it. And that's going to be useful because making glue is going to be the easiest way to get more stuff. And there's the cauldron. Perfect. So we're going to need to make the axles, and the axles require hemp ropes, black quartz, and all that. So we need hemp fibers. So we need to start growing hemp. Now I've seen a good bit of it in the world. We have a little bit right here. Do we have any seeds? Yes, we have a few. So we're gonna go ahead and start growing this stuff. But yeah, I've seen it out in the world. There's some right here. And so let's just come down here. You know what? Let's, rather than doing that, let's go grab our hoe and actually start dealing with this a little bit better. Oh, where is it? There it is. So much stuff. So we need hemp rope, which we can get from a saw, cutting down axle. Okay, never mind. So we need hemp fibers, which, okay, we're not going to need that much hemp, luckily, and we should be able to get the rest of it pretty quickly. So let's just come down here to our little farming area, and to something like this. And what I'm going to do is just bone meal it. And that should be enough. Let's go ahead and grow the rest of this stuff just for the future. And let's go sleep before it gets too dark. So we need to start making Better with mod stuff. And Better with Mods is a mod that can be kind of tricky. There's a lot of really, well, okay, I'm gonna be honest. There's not a lot of good documentation on the mod, which kind of leads to problems, in my opinion. But that being said, it's not a bad mod at all. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will get us our first axle, which will then lead to the next kind of set of quests, which is what I'm more interested in anyways. Now, one real quick thing I want to go look at is we have a thing down here. Our little sifter guy. Do we have it? We don't have any fish we could actually use to get food. And I don't remember, how are we supposed to get bait? Not sure. I'm sure we can look it up. So there's worms. Oh, the garden trowel. Okay. That's how we get it. I feel like we made one of those. So that might be something we want to restock, because that's a good supply of fish. We just gotta find... There it is. Garden trowel. So I guess let's just go dig some dirt. Let's do it like right here where there's not a line of flowers or anything, because I'm instantly gonna put all this dirt back. I didn't mean to pick up that flower. So there's a little bit of worms that we can use to try to get some more fish. That's good enough. And just kind of continue. I want to get more fish so that we can get more tasty sandwiches, because that's going to be the better way to handle things. Also, is that... Hold up. I can't believe I didn't see that before. What is that? Is that... If that's 10, I'm going to be very angry. I guess let's just go ahead and break this with cast rate. That's 10. Huh. Well, I'll be. There is literally a 10 ore vein right here that I did not notice until now. I blame the flowers, to be honest, but okay, well, good to know. Let's head back and start working on the rest of the axle. There we go. Picked up a flower. Let's plant this somewhere else. Get it out of the inventory. Okay. So we need to get more hemp rope. We need to get some hemp rope, and then from there we should be able to deal with everything fairly easily. Eat plenty of bread. Let's see. Let's put that away, that away. One of these years, I will actually sort our all of our items and all that kind of fun stuff. But to be honest, I'm kind of waiting for something to come along that is like a halfway decent, like decorative mod, so that we can start working on getting like an actual base built. But I don't know what I want to use yet, so just one of those things. Anyways, there's some hemp rope, and to get this we just need some sticks and a piece of black quartz. Now we don't have much of this stuff, so we've got to be kind of careful, but there is our wooden axle. Axle F. So now we need to make a water wheel. That is the next thing, and water wheel requires a bunch of wood blades, which requires glue or some sort of slime ball. Now, can we actually make rice slime balls? Yes, we can. Rice dough is the same as other dough. Okay. Or we can use glue, which we can cook pelts up for that. Ooh, including wolf heads. We have a lot of wolf heads. Alright, well... yeah, I've got like 8 wolf heads and not really much to use with these. So we can turn that into a lot of glue. Let's get that taken care of. So, what do we need? We need some sort of fire starter and some charcoal. Low-grade charcoal, so we need a log. So just put that in here. That should cook. And we're going to do better with mods, I guess, right back here. Let's clear a little bit of an area. Actually, no, we're going to do it that way. Because the water wheel, we're going to want a place for that. So let's grab the low-grade charcoal. This is going to basically allow us to have fire. And yeah, we can do something right there. So let's just put this like here. Make some fire sticks. Set that on fire. No, actually, we don't want to do that. Let's put it one farther down. And then we do this. So... I guess these are called whittled fire sticks. Okay. So we'll set fire. Place the cauldron down. Grass can technically get set on fire, but not a big deal. And then we can right-click the cauldron and put the wolf heads in. And it should start up here soon. Because it shouldn't need to be stoked or anything. Yeah, there we go. So we just have to wait. Alright, so with that taken care of, let's see what all are we going to need for the water wheel. We just need a copper gear, so we need some copper and just a lot of glue. We're going to need more sticks and a lot of wood. So let's go ahead and take... Can't I turn this into sticks with... eventually we can do saw stuff, which is kind of cool. The saw will allow us to get sidings. Let's see what all... You can do a lot of stuff, but not really. There's a lot of recipes, but it looks like a lot of them are disabled, at least for the time being. But yeah, you can make things like molding and these corners, and I feel like you can make some really cool stuff with it. But it looks like a lot of the same stuff just because it's chiseled and all the blocks, basically any like stone or wood products you can do this stuff with. So that's also how you get bark, as well as you can get the wooden gears with the saw, which is kind of the bigger thing. So we'll get to that relatively soon. Let's go ahead and start getting some more sticks. And we're going to want water wheel anyway, so we just need a bunch of slabs. We need a lot of wood for this. Let's just take all of this. And we're going to need what? 8 wooden blades, so half a stack of slabs. That's not terrible, actually. We have 4. So half a stack. There we go. And then the copper gear, which requires a stone gear, or once we can do casting and all that kind of stuff. Stone gear requires a wooden gear, which requires more stuff, but we can again make that from a saw later. Some sticks and the glue. Okay. So we need some copper plates, which are not that hard to get. I don't believe. Let's Just place that down, smack it a bunch, grab the copper, and then break the hammer. So we need 4 of these. We're going to need more later, but for now 4 will be fine. Let's go ahead and put that back away. Actually, let's put that in here. Same with that. Let's go ahead and put the copper back away and those 2 away. And it's almost night again. What a surprise. So let's grab as much glue as we have. We're going to need to make more. So we have 4. We're going to need a little bit more than that. But not really that much, so that's kind of nice. Let's grab some sticks. And let's go ahead and sleep. So we're going to want to take over some more skin or animal stuff. Rotten flesh is also useful for this purpose. But I don't know how much rotten flesh we actually have. We don't have much. We have a good bit of sheep pelts. But I know I saw some other pelts. Buffalo hides. That makes a lot of glue. Rabbit hides. Basically every pelt. Large animal pelts. Raw pigman hide? Huh. I didn't even think of that, to be honest. Wild dog pelts. Those are super useful. So you should probably never use those. But let's go ahead. Wolf pelts. We'll get some more. I don't really want to kill my buffaloes, and so I don't really want to deal with that. I also noticed that there's some more hemp right here. Let's break all of that. Put that all in there. We also have some flake bones, which is kind of whatever. Don't really care too much about that. More hemp over there. Alright, so something we'll want to do is get some moving water like so. And this is going to be kind of a rough setup at first, just because of the nature of the having to have all the axles and stuff. We're not going to be able to do that much with it, with the Better with Mod stuff, but we'll kind of deal with it. So let's go ahead and cook this fish up. We have 6 of the 8, 6 of the 9 glue that we need for the water wheel. So let's go ahead and make the gear. So wooden gear, turn into a stone gear, turn into a copper gear, and I guess let's put this stuff in here. So we have the copper gear. We just need the 8 glue so that we can get the water wheel. And once that's done, the next thing is to make a gearbox. But honestly, we might go ahead and just make the saw. So water wheel saw. So we do need a flint saw blade, which is going to require a 10 gear. Okay, that's not too bad. 2 copper gears and a bronze gear, and then a leather belt. So we're going to need more glue. So quite a bit of stuff. Man, we are going to need a lot of stuff. Let's... I don't really want to go kill horses either. We haven't really needed too much leather. I do have a little bit. Go ahead and make some new sandwiches. We can place the clay back. I guess let's use some buffalo hides. We're going to need a piece of leather because I don't think we have enough. Yeah, we need 4 leather cordage. So actually we have almost enough stuff. Okay, so let's just start working on the rest of the stuff that we need. We are going to need a little bit more bronze, and we're also going to need a little bit more copper. Those are a little bit of pains, but we can get the water wheel now. and then ignore the gearbox for the time being until we can get the saw, and then things are going to be a little bit easier. But we can't really use the saw until we get the gearbox, or not the gearbox, the water wheel. So there's the 8 wood blades, and there is the water wheel. So that leads us to grinding your gears and then turning the tables. We will save this guy for just a little bit. Let's go ahead. We need one more string. That is such a pain. Let's see. We need our work blade. I should probably not put that away. So leather strips, which we can then pretty easily turn into leather cordage once we find one more piece of string. 3 cotton. That's all we need. I have 2 up here, so I'm pretty sure we have 3 cotton. That should not be a problem. And it's just a lot of just kind of dealing with things. So I think we might be out of copper. So that's a little bit of a concern. But everything else should be fine to go ahead and finish this up. There is some copper very close by, so I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem anyways. But we'll see. So with that taken care of, go ahead and put that in there. We can get the leather cordage that we need, and then that makes the leather belt with a piece of glue. So there's our first piece of glue, and then we need 1, 2, 3, 4 more. 4 more glue. We're gonna need. Oh, we have enough. Okay, so let's get 3, 1. Copper and tin. Let's get this stuff smelted so we can get a little bit more bronze. And then we just need to turn a bunch of stuff into plates. So we need. Let's go ahead and use the block. And all but one of these gets to be turned into plates. And then we just need the tin and bronze. So tin, let's just take a single block, smack it down. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the bronze, once it's done cooking, we'll take care of that. So do we have the glue? The glue is the biggest part, and that's probably the hardest part to get. We could also use slime balls and that kind of stuff, but for some of it anyways, that's going to be really close, if not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's enough. Cool. So we should be able to make the saw, which is going to make everything else a lot easier. So let's get this smacked down. And cool. Now we need a lot of wood and sticks. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wooden gears. All of these guys, actually one of them, nope, all of them turn into stone. And then let's go ahead and make the leather belt. Alright, so 2 of these will get copper. 1 tin. And 1 bronze. Now the tin one gets flake flint. So do we have any flaked flint lying around? I don't believe we do, but we have enough flint to hopefully make that. So let's come out here. Actually, right here. And there's 2. Let's go ahead and put this guy away. 3 and 4. Perfect. So there's the flint saw blade. 2 copper gears, bronze gear, leather belt, and oak. And we have the saw. Perfect. Okay, so we can't make... We're going to need another axle before we can get too much progress done. And the axles, what was the hard part with that? If I spell axles right. The hemp rope is the harder part. But we don't need this anymore. And we don't need that anymore. Well, we do, but we don't need the hand crank. So this is the cool part. And it should work. Let's go ahead, and I did not bring the water wheel. Let's go ahead and grab some. Let's see. Let's grab some hemp. Just grab all of it because I don't think it has any uses other than just turning into hemp fibers. We'll grab the water wheel. And what's the next thing? The gearbox. Okay. So gearbox. How difficult is that? Bronze plates, thin slabs. Okay, chop a thing down again, and wooden axles or the broken ones. Which should not matter too much. Basically, if there's nothing, gearboxes tend to break, and this is one of the most annoying things. If they're turning and there's nothing being turned on the other side, they can break. Too much force type stuff, but hopefully not the case too often. So let's put the water wheel. I think it is decently large. You can put it here. I wish I knew. Let's try placing an axle. There we go. So you need to place it on an axle. Easy enough. Let's go ahead and put this back. And we're gonna turn all this back as well. And then if I put hemp in here, will it actually... I don't know if it will. I think we need more stuff. So for the time being, we can put that down. Now, can we use the saw here? We certainly can. Now the saw is incredibly loud. I believe... Oh, we can't make levers. Can we? Nope, no levers. Interesting. So now what you can do is place blocks in front of here, or, yourself, and it solves it up for you. So, that's going to make a bunch of sawdust, which we can use in a cauldron to make different things, or we can, whatever that stuff is, I don't actually know. Bag of sawdust. We're going to get a lot of sawdust. For right now, it's kind of useless, but eventually we'll be able to use it. So I will tell you guys what. I think I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. This episode has gone on long enough. We got quite a bit done. And the plan is I am going to take the hemp, and I'm going to go ahead and finish processing it and get another set of gears, rather axles. Next time we're going to make one of these wooden gearboxes, so we're going to need a couple axles and a gearbox. And then we can kind of go from there, making the parchment and working towards the Astral Sorcery Journal. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got a lot done today. Feels good. And we're going to do more next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!